Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for clicking on that view button. And while you're at it, click on the subscribe button and give me a little like now. And if not, thank you so much for coming back. Today I created this really glammy look using my Krista Channing palette as well as my Jackie Aina ABH palette. If you guys want to see how I came up with this gorgeous glammy green look, stay tuned. Alright, so as always, I'm starting off with my brows, and today I am using my LA Color pencil, my brow pencil in dark brown. And again, this is a very affordable pencil. I would have spoken about this in a lot of my recent videos. It's super cheap. It's 10 TT dollars, which is less than 2 US, and it is very pigmented. Before I do my brows, most times I always like to neaten up my brows using one of those little angled razors, and I'm a brow shaper just to cut off the hairs that may have grown a lot in between my last makeup application, just to give the brows a neater appearance. And I found that lately I've been really loving thinner brows, so when my brows are shaved, it makes it a lot easier to do thinner brows without seeing any little straggler here now. And it's easier to get the shape that you want when there are less hairs. Well, at least to me. Alright, so to clean up my brows, I use my color concealer brush. And it's a bit dirty, don't mind that. But what I love about it is, as you can see, it has a flat tip. And even though it's already flat, sometimes I still like to press it in to make it just a little more flat, so that the precision that it has when it's actually cleaning up the brows is a lot sharper. And basically what I do, I take my concealer in either Toast or Fawn. I use that on the bottom of my brows and to the top of my brows. I use Beautiful Bronze Bold Pro Concealer from LA Girl, and that's what I use to clean up my brows. So you know, sometimes when you do your brows, especially when you draw it with a pencil, you always find that the tips of the brows have a kind of blocky look. What I like to do, just to fade it in a little bit, with a little bit of the concealer on my brush, with the brush being as flat as it could be, I just make little slashes in between the brows, so that when I blend it in, it will have more of a faded effect. So to conceal the eyes today, at least to prep it for the eyeshadow, what I'm going to use is my Pro Concealer in Flat White Corrector. Why I'm going to use this is because I want to use a lot of bright colors today, and using the white flat base, it will make the colors pop a lot more than if you use like a neutral color base. I'm using just a little touch of my pretty vulgar translucent satin powder just to lay down the white. And the reason why I'm using this one is really just because it is a white powder, so it still wouldn't put a color over the white concealer, and at the same time it will keep the concealer from being too wet and causing the eyeshadow to look too patchy. So today I'm going to use my Krista Channing Dessert palette. Again, this is a local palette available in the TT, and I'm guessing the Caribbean, and it retails for I think 165 TT dollars. So it's a very affordable palette, and I am going to start with this yellow here. So I'm taking this shade and I'm just going to concentrate it to the first half of this eye area. And now I'm taking this dark green and I am going just to the end here with it and kind of blending it in where they touch. I'm just making a little peak here just to frame out where I want it to fall. The yellow and I'm just blending in, smoothing over right where the edges are. So I'm just going to cut my crease using the same white LA Girl concealer, and I'm using a Sasha brush. It doesn't have a name on it, but again it's just a little flat brush, and I'm just going to use this to do my cut crease. So I'm going back in with the dark green right to the end here of my cut crease. And I'm going to borrow from my Jackie Aina palette with ABH this shade here in Sponsored to cover my lid. And guys, I know this is a very loud look, but you know, all the time you can't play it safe, right? Right. Okay, so for foundation, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Matte in the shade Nutmeg, and you guys know I always say that the shade is a bit too light for me. So after I put it on, I'm going to darken it down a bit with my contour. So I am using, for my highlight concealer, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn for the highlight, and for the contour I'm using the LA Girl Concealer in Mohagony, and I'm using a shade darker than I would usually use, and that is because of how light my foundation is. So to set my face, I'm using my Fit Me's, and you guys know this is my new favorite. I am using 40 Dark for the low light areas of my face, and Titty, which is medium deep, for the highlight areas of my face. I love this so much, guys. So I'm putting the highlight areas first, and reason being, when I use the brush with the darker one, I like to pass it over the highlight areas as well, and that's kind of to blend it in a bit more, as well as to make my face look more, not too much two-tone, but again basically just to blend it in more. And first I will go over the low light areas, and this is with the darker powder in 40, which is deep, sorry. So I will go over the areas that I would have contoured first, so that the majority of the powder will go in these areas, and then with the rest I will just sweep off the one that I would have used for highlight. So for the underneath of my eye, my waterline, I am going to be using my 24-hour Eye Define Ruby Kisses pencil. It is a retractable pencil and it's in the color teal blue, and I'm using this just to mark out my waterline. And again, I would have gotten this pencil in Wonderful World, I think most Ruby Kisses products you get in Wonderful World rather than Pennywise. And I'm using a teeny tiny bit of this aquamarine tealy color just to diffuse the edges of this pencil. Okay, so 10 minutes later, lashes are done, liner is done, and today I use the Kenzie Beauty lashes. This is in the style Doll, which I mean I find it so cute and fluttery, and even though I have hooded eyes, you still see they look pretty good. So let's go on to blush. So today for blush I'll be using my Nude blush, which is my always and forever blush. In the shade Desert Rose. So I'm just going to apply this, and I'm not feeling to reach for a brush, so I'm just going to use this little brush that came in the blush itself. And for highlight I am using my Fenty Beauty In Hustla Baby. And I'm just gonna dust this in all the spots that I usually highlight. For lips, I'm just lining my lip with my itty bitty pencil. This was I got this pencil, it is a Jean Tabler lip pencil, and that's what I usually use for my brown because it's very nice and soft, and because my eyes are already so loud, I'm doing a neutral lip. So I'm going in with my Verona from Ofra, and then I'm going to look for something pinky just to give the look a bit more warmth. I'm just putting a little tap of this Sasha Lippy in Leading Lady just to warm up the lip a bit. And you can see that I'm just blotting it into the shades that are already there because I don't want too much of the pink. And guys, this is the final look. So as always, let me know what you think. So guys, this brings us to the end of the video, and let me tell you, I am really in love with the way that this eye look came out. The shade that I use all over my lid, which would have been sponsored. In the pan, it has such more of a green look that I expected it to be more green, but I'm still really loving the effect that it gives on the eyes. Again, this is not a combination that I would probably usually use, but I'm really glad that I went the way that I did because I am loving this look, these lashes as well. If you guys in Trinidad, you all have access to shop Kenzie Beauty, I mean, try those doll lashes. They are just so cute and fluttery. I mean, it just brought out this look. And the lips, I'm really loving the way the lips came out, especially with a little pink on it. To me, it gives it a whole different dimension. I've been trying to be a lot more consistent with my Instagram uploads, but bear with me guys, this week has been a very tough week. But you know, I was able to sit down today and create this look, and I'm very happy with the outcome. Hope you guys enjoyed too, and don't forget to hit me a like and a subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.